all comes straight down to what type of games are you going to play on it.
Yeah.
Because if you're like an RTS only person, this is the option.
Yeah.
Like, because you've got the dual
trackpads,
trackpads. They're the best on the market.
Yeah.
You know, it's brilliant. It's got the best sort of wide range of control options out of anything.
Yeah.
You know, and it's comfortable. It's ergonomic, you know, big screen and stuff. But yeah, those trackpads will be a deal breaker for some people.
Yeah.
But let's say you're not just RTS or whatever. It just comes down to, do you want to play AAA games or not? That's all it is. If you want to play games from 5 years ago and before, so games from the 90s all the way up to whenever 5 years ago was, 2020. I don't like the sound of that.
COVID was 5 years ago.
I know. Yeah, don't say that. We'll get slandered by YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I said the word.
I can't believe they used to mess people's videos up.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
But anyway, 5 years ago was the dreaded C.
Yeah. Yeah, games from 5 years ago or later.
Yeah, then the Steam Deck is actually a valuable option, like whether that's the LCD or not. Because if people are on budgets, maybe they've just bought a nice big rig, you know, and they've got a PC and they want a handheld to continue playing their games on. Maybe they don't have a PC at all and they just, you know, maybe they sold their PC, they got a family or something. I don't know. The Steam Deck at that lower price point is a good price.
Could it be your one and done? Let's pretend you're on a tight budget and you just want something to get into gaming.
Yes.
Is the Steam Deck, the cheap Steam Deck, the best option?
It's so difficult because you're 50 quid away from a Z1 Ally.
Yeah.
Like, and that's
pretty amazing.
Which is way better. Like, that's the,
and it's Windows.
It's Windows.
And all the benefits that come
play
with that.
AAA. You can play Call of Duty on it. You can play your multiplayer games.
And also,
it's tough.
If it's just your only gaming device, then obviously you're putting into the conversation other consoles as well.
Yes.
And you've got like the Series S.
Yeah, but they're probably looking at a handheld for a reason.
Okay, yeah.
So let's just stick handhelds here.
And then, in which case, you got the Switch OLED, which I think you'd be a fool to buy now.
I think there's a reason you're not buying one. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you're not even looking at that at the minute because Switch 2 is right around the corner.
Yes.
And also, if you're already looking at a PC style thing, you probably already have a library or you want to reap the rewards of cheap games from, you know, Algeria.
Yeah. From your uncle in Argentina. Yeah.
So I think in that respect, you've got to ask yourself two questions. If you're on a tight budget, let's say you got 400.
Yeah.
So you can't go to the OLED territory. You've got 400 on the nose. Maybe you're hoping to get a couple of games with that. Right, so you've got 400. Ask yourself, do you play online multiplayer games? If yes, buy the Z1 Extreme Ally. If no, and you just want to play your back catalogue or old games or single player games, whatever, go for the OLED. The OLED. Don't go for the OLED. You just said that's out your price range. Go for the LCD deck.
Get a loan.
Get a loan.
Use a credit card.
Buy a 5090. Buy a new rig. Get a house.
Get
mortgage
an Acer
it.
Nitro Blaze 11.
Yeah, that's it.
£1,100.
Get a job. Become the CEO. Get a boat. Sell the boat. Buy a PC.
Move to Monaco.
Yeah. Have 3 kids. Sell them on the black market. And then buy the latest graphics card. Sorry, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
So,
If you've got 400 quid,
yeah,
and you're not worried about the game. So then I'm thinking about my own personal experience. And I'm going, okay, I've got consoles to play the latest games on. I've got a PC I could play the latest games on as well. I'm not trying to boast. That sounds like I'm boasting.
I've got.
Let me list all the things I got. I got a Ferrari. So then, like, my own personal use is like, maybe I just want something just to take with me. And if I'm playing like the multiplayer games, or I want to play the latest like AAA games, then I'll do it on the Series X. Or whatever.
Okay, so you're happy to play those titles at the weekend on your TV.
On a TV, but if I want something just to pick up and play, maybe some older games, then I like, actually, it does represent something that's quite cool.
Absolutely.
But then I go back to my problem on chapter 1 of this, which is 350. It makes sense, but it's the LCD version, and that kind of sucks.
It does.
So the pricing's wrong.
Yes. If the OLED wasn't out and it was only LCD deck,
I'm fine with that.
it'd be a much easier push.
Yes.
Because you never experienced better.
Yeah.
But the OLED really is like the Steam Deck 2.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you have them side by side, and that was, I've said this thousands of times in the past in our videos, but the day I got the LCD deck, when it blew my mind and I fell in love, but the second I switched it on, it made me want to heave. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh my God, that screen is horrible. And I said to my wife, I said, if they release an OLED of these, I'm going to day one buy it.
Yeah.
And I did, because they did release it. But seriously, that screen hits you in the face. Everything else is amazing. But that screen is like, oh.
For a casual gives it kind of, cheapens it too much, but I'm just going to use it. For something that I'm going to use for more casual gaming, which is kind of where the Steam Deck's at now.
I would say it is for casual play.
350 I can stomach as a device.
I think that's an affordable option.
Kind of 500, 480. It's too much, isn't it?
Too much.
That's a huge leap.
It's a big leap. Well, yeah.
But I know that I couldn't settle for the LCD.
Yes.
I couldn't do it, knowing that the OLED is that much better. And having seen and experienced the OLED, I couldn't do it.
I couldn't go back to the LCD deck.
So I really struggle. I struggle with it myself, which is why I wanted to. I know there'll be other people that are on the fence. I'm like, oh, should I buy a Steam Deck this year? And I can't recommend it, is the problem. But I want to recommend it.
It's tough, isn't it? I mean, to me, it always falls down to those two things. Like, I could recommend it all day long, but I'm picturing the OLED in my mind, you know, because I know that experience is phenomenal if you're not playing multiplayer games. You know, if you're just playing your single player games and older titles, then it's an easy push to just be like, get the OLED, you know, amazing.
Yeah.
But at that price point, you could be playing AAA games. Hopefully you've enjoyed that clip from our main podcast.
If you didn't enjoy it, you should click on the video between our faces to watch the full one to make sure you didn't enjoy it.
Yes.